Yo, what is good? My anniversary, what is good, yo? So, we have a very interesting set of events going on in this week's episode of Food or Water. Um, I think this is one of the cooler things that happened in the show simply because these two characters have been going at it since the very beginning of the show. So to know that they finally actually have come to like utilize each other very well in a cooking match. I'm pretty sure we've already seen them cook together before, but just this overall way that they're forced to do it kind of makes a lot of sense in the grand scheme of people trying to take advantage and be in the best position that they can get, but coming to find out that that same position is going to maybe put you in a worse position if there's somebody who is also capable of keeping up with this guy as his partner. Excuse me. And it felt pretty obvious that you had to cook with somebody. Like, if you didn't have a support, you just couldn't cook, I guess. So I'm not entirely sure if he could have just started making that stuff by himself and it would have been against the rules. So when Soma shows up and they have already gotten through what the opponent's gonna do, and trust me, this was the biggest trap episode I have ever seen from Food War. From the angles from all the quote unquote girls that were, showcased or that the opponent called upon, it goes and shows us all these like various spots of the ladies, and then all of a sudden it zooms out and they're just all very muscular dudes in dresses. So jokes on us, I guess, for thinking if they were girls when they were showcasing them like that. But yeah, it's quite obvious where it was gonna go after Soma showed up. Like, come on, man, it's Soma. You think he's gonna allow his person that he's coming in with to lose? And the reason why it was interesting was just the simple fact of they put in some stuff that wasn't even in the actual show, which is disappointing. Is a big, huge montage of them just outdoing each other, which has never been the case, really, when you think about it. Uh, I was just about to say this now. I was gonna say Houdini. The blonde guy never really was the one to beat Soma, right? Like, he wasn't just including, especially beating on back-to-back matches, or not back-to-back, but they win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So I don't think that is very showcasive of what we've seen in the actual show, because we know for a fact that that's not the case. They don't usually go back and forth that way. So for them to then incorporate a whole entire new scene that wasn't throughout the first 3 seasons that we watched, or 4 seasons, excuse me, 4 seasons, and we never seen these guys have matchups where they were one up in each other. Every time one lost, the other one asked for a rematch. So I kind of didn't like how they treated that, like they were just filling it in the grand scheme of, oh, they don't have enough teamwork from the 4 seasons that they have been competing against each other and helping each other and, watching each other from afar. Whatever the case is, they don't have enough to be convincingly good enough to work together. So let's also throw in this montage of them going against each other, and it's like every time one won, they would take that giant knife home and use it, or so it was interesting to see them play that card, give us a whole new scene that just didn't exist. But the other part of the week's episode that was finally good that they're showcasing is God Tongue, and how many people she has actually gone through in this span of time that she has been not even, having any time to really see what other people are doing. She more or less is just there cooking against people's probably best dishes, right? Like your final life is to beat God Tongue, and for some odd reason, the Bookmaster just wants God Tongue to be out of the picture and definitely. Which sounds like she's probably on the main bad guy's side, because who wants God Tongue out of the picture more than anybody? It would be him, so he doesn't have to face her. And who would be better to put up against her than the guy who, uh, is learning all these other techniques from stealing other people and being handed down other people's stuff? It only makes the most sense that she would then go against the main bad guy who's attained all these skills and whatnot, and that's going to be the thing that defeats her. And then Soma's going to come in and he's going to save the princess and maybe get a kiss on the cheek. It's all so obvious, and it's all so like blatantly played out, that it's kind of disappointing, because regardless of if God Tongue wins, that would mean all of our students are just going to go against each other at the end of Blue. That doesn't sound like it has any real spectacle or not intense, but yeah, I guess it doesn't seem like a tense way to end it, having the top two people who are trained by the same mentor go against each other clearly is the outcome of what will be Blue. And we can even see that from the end credit song, with supposedly Soma still being behind this guy. So is this going to be one of those deals? Oh, my square is messed up. Okay. Is this going to be one of those days where I'm like, oh yeah, well, Soma lost so many times that now he's going to ask for a rematch all the time, because last time I checked, he really wanted to probably fight the former number one seed multiple times, like he did a Dini. So I don't know where they're gonna go with that character arc as a whole, but I definitely want to see just the end of this all, because as of right now, it's been a roller coaster ride, and sure, this final season has been the bumpiest out of all of it, but I still want to support Food Wars until the very end and see just what they can come up with, or see if there's some more dishes and foods that I really want to try out myself or something. So I hope you guys are having a good day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I'm going to try to get out as many videos as I possibly can today, because I still got to go to work, and it is ridiculously hard to get all these videos out before a certain time. So I will try my best for y'all. So with that being said, take care and peace.